The first real Super Heavy rocket from SpaceX is back on the launch pad. SpaceX briefly mounted its latest Starship prototype on top of a Super Heavy rocket booster, dubbed the world's highest rocket, earlier this month. This is just another huge step in the race for humans to see and enjoy space in leisure. In today's video, we will be discussing the SpaceX rocket and its launch back onto the stand again. The launch is back on. SpaceX briefly mounted its latest Starship prototype on top of a Super Heavy rocket booster earlier this month. The exercise gave us a sense of the size of what is now known as the world's highest rocket, which is taller than the huge Saturn V rockets that took the Apollo astronauts to the moon in the late 1960s and early 1970s. On August 6, 2021, engineers executed a stacking test at the private company Starbase facility in South Texas. Elon Musk, SpaceX's creator and CEO, said on Twitter that seeing the vehicle ready for launch was a dream come true. On Wednesday, September 8th, technicians at SpaceX's Starbase location in South Texas hauled the 29-engine Super Heavy rocket known as Booster 4 onto the orbital launch pad, according to photos taken by local onlookers. The maneuver came little over a month after the 230-foot tall, or 70-meter, Booster 4 was placed onto the pad and topped with a prototype spacecraft named SN-20, short for serial number 20, and the world's first full-scale Starship vehicle stacking. However, the pair was immediately destacked so that more work could be done on both pieces. Elon Musk, the creator and CEO of SpaceX, was on hand to witness the action, and he shared some photographs with the rest of us via Twitter. On Wednesday, for example, he shared 3 photos of the Super Heavy crane lift, one of which showed the rocket's 29 Raptor engines up close. Super Heavy is the first stage of SpaceX's 2-stage, totally reusable Starship system, which will be used to transport people and goods to Mars and other far-flung locations. Starship, a 165-foot tall or 50-meter spacecraft, is the upper stage. Booster 4, the recently relocated Super Heavy, is being prepared for an orbital test flight that will include the SN-20 Starship prototype. Musk also tweeted a shot of the SN-26 Raptor engines, which had just been fitted by experts. Booster 4 will splash down in the Gulf of Mexico a few minutes after launch, while SN-20 will power itself into orbit, complete one circle around Earth, and then crash into the Pacific Ocean near the Hawaiian island of Kauai. SpaceX hopes to launch the mission within the next 6 months, but it's uncertain when that will happen. On Booster 4 and SN-20, the company still needs to complete a number of checkouts and tests, as well as check some logistical boxes. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, for example, is now undertaking an environmental study of Starship's launch procedures with no estimated completion date. We are hoping Elon will keep us updated on the spacecraft so we can stay tuned on when the event will happen, as it's a rather large step for space travel itself. Elon Musk continues to blow our minds as he develops more resources for space travel and continues the journey to get humans to explore space. Alongside this, we've discussed important news regarding Apple's upcoming event, which we believe could be for the new iPhone, Japan's idea for self-driving vehicles rules changing, and the new Samsung Flip 3 that everyone has been talking about. Apple's unveiling event. On Monday, Apple sent out invites for their forthcoming event called California Streaming. The event was on September 14th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and featured the unveiling of the new iPhone 13, 13 Mini, 13 Pro, Apple Watch 7, and AirPods 3. If you're wondering, the event's name refers to the fact that Apple streamed the event for the second year in a row rather than risk having a huge gathering and potential super spreader event at a theater in California like it usually does. As usual, there was an Easter egg included in the invitation. This time, the egg was an augmented reality AR experience for iPhone and iPad users that showed an on-screen Apple logo buried inside a kind of hologram. Along with the event date, the Apple logo featured a dark lake and mountain landscape for users to explore. It's hard to tell how much to make of Apple's impending Easter eggs. Sometimes the clue is overt, like last year's high-speed slogan, which clearly hinted at the arrival of 5G, and other times it's more subtle, such as its Hello invite from 2020, which teased the introduction of the M1 MacBooks. Japan self-driving vehicles. Japan is strengthening its self-driving ambitions with a new project set to be unveiled on Wednesday that aims to increase the usage of self-driving vehicles in more than 40 areas across the country by 2025. The Road to the L4 project intends to popularize sophisticated mobility services such as Level 4 autonomous driving, which allows vehicles to operate without the presence of a human driver. According to the Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry, it would involve technology demonstrations to foster acceptance and comprehension. One of the objectives is to assist in the revitalization of towns. People, including the elderly, don't have ways to get around in rural areas, said Tatsuki Izawa, an assistant manager in the ministry's autonomous driving division. If there are city circular autonomous buses, they will be able to go shopping and have outings. This fiscal year, the government has set up approximately 6 billion yen, or about $77 million New Zealand, towards the development of autonomous driving services, including the L4 initiative, which comes as many older Japanese retire from driving. According to the National Police Agency, about 300,000 people aged 75 and up would surrender their licenses in 2020. The prior year's figure was significantly higher. While firms like Toyota and NEC are testing highly autonomous vehicles, this will be one of the first government-led Level 4 initiatives. One of its objectives will be to ensure that autonomous vehicles can operate safely and successfully in environments with other vehicles and people. Even in confined operating conditions, there is no 100% accident-proof technology, and autonomous cars require significant infrastructure investment, according to Taguchi Aguchi, a professor of traffic engineering at Tokyo University who is involved in the project. He claims that no one has figured out an answer to who bears responsibility and pays compensation in the event of an accident. In May, German legislators decided to let some Level 4 vehicles drive on public roads as early as 2022. Japan changed its regulations in 2019 to enable Level 3 cars, which can drive themselves under certain conditions, to operate on its highways. Reviews of the Samsung Galaxy Flip 3. Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip 3 offers something a little different. It's not because it folds. Many phones can do that. The Z Flip 3 has a distinct advantage in that it is truly desirable. Surprisingly, that is its crowning triumph. Previous attempts at folding or flipping smartphones appeared to be amateurish. This isn't it. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 is a well-designed smartphone with adequate specifications and features. It also comes at a reasonable price. The sole drawback is the screen crease, which is a feature shared by all folding phones. There's a lot to enjoy here if you can look past that. The price, amazing performance, robust build, the crease is hard to see when opened, the flex mode, and the bright and vibrant display are just a few of the positives that have been established for the phone. On the other hand, some of the phone's drawbacks include the crease, short battery life, a dearth of apps that support flex mode, and the lack of a telephoto lens. Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G is the company's newest flip gadget. You might be wondering where the Flip 2 went. All you need to know is that Samsung skipped over that step and moved directly to the Flip 3. The Flip 3 is a familiar device that doesn't make many visible improvements over the first Flip. It has the same design, the same cameras, and the same dreadful battery. However, the changes it brings are unquestionably positive. The Flip 3 is far more durable, and its 4x larger outer display means you can do a lot more with it in folded form. This is the greatest horizontally folding phone currently available. The verdict: you'll enjoy the Galaxy Z Flip 3 if you're searching for a foldable phone that can be used steadily without a tripod, splits its main display into two panels, and has a durable, solid build. It operates admirably, it has a stunning primary display, and the huge outside display is a significant upgrade over the original Flip. However, the issue remains: is this better than a similarly priced device that does not fold? No, it isn't, although it might be comparable. This is a significant victory for Samsung's foldable phones. The Flip 3 is held down by a bad battery, and aside from the outside display, it doesn't offer anything to make it worthwhile to upgrade from the Flip. Apart from the ability to fold, the Flip 3 offers nothing new to the market. The iPhone 12 Pro, which is similarly priced, has better cameras, a larger battery, and better performance, but it does not fold in half. The ability to fold in half could definitely be a game changer for a lot of buyers, as it's so unique and different. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more exciting content. Let us know what you think about the SpaceX Super Heavy rocket in the comments down below, and we'll see you in the next video.